Hey yo! Welcome to season 2 of the Arts Block Podcast. By artists, so artists can talk about anything that we want and desire. I'm your host. I'm your what? I'm your host, Eric Curry the third. Getting bigger and better this season, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned for the show. Hey yo! Welcome back. This is Act 2, Episode 2. And I'm finally back. Interviewing. It feels good to be interviewing. It was good the first episode. If y'all haven't checked that first episode out with moms, go ahead and check that out. But yeah, it feels good back interviewing. Feels good back being in the seat. Feels good to have some nice merch on that I'm going to talk about at the end of this podcast. And it also feels great to have a dope guest on the podcast. We have a writer, a producer, singer, rapper, songwriter. What else? Give me something. Composer. Look, man. He does it all. He comes from go royalty, ladies and gentlemen. We have Jalen, aka Drew, on the podcast. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen. Please. What's up?
Nothing much. I just been cooling, making music.
First things first, before we start anything with this podcast, I just want to ask, how are you doing today? How are you doing?
Today I woke up feeling pretty nice. I had some tea, some ginger, some lemon.
That's always
I was feeling real classy this morning.
That's good. That's good. Oh, and also Happy New Year to you.
Oh yeah, Happy New Year.
Yeah, welcome to 2021 and Happy New Year to everybody watching this. Welcome to 2021. We made it finally. And yeah, I just want to just jump straight into this. I see you got your album. Well, hold on. Before we even get to, what do you want to call this? You want to call it an album, a mixtape, an EP, a project? I don't understand what artists because y'all be having like a million different names for y'all projects.
Yeah.
So what is it called? What is it?
I feel like when I made it, I was going into it as like an album, but now that I'm looking back, it's like that's not like my first, album. Like that's not my debut album. So I guess it's just like a EP, I guess you could call it.
The EP. Yeah. See, you got it as your green screen. You got it in the background. I love it. I love the promotion. I love it.
Gotta promote my stuff.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hate on the grind. Can't do that. Look, man, I listened. Hitori. Am I saying it right? Hitori.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hitori. I listened, and I love. My favorite track is Big Chair.
That's everybody's favorite track.
Yeah, that's my favorite track. My favorite track is Big Chair. Tell me the creative process going into that.
Into Hitori or just Big Chair?
Hitori.
Okay. Well, I was, like feeling some things at the time. I was going through somebody. And I don't know. I mean, I've always, turned my emotions into, or just expressing myself artistically always, whether it's like dance or, playing an instrument or singing. So, I just felt like I had to express myself through that album because I was just feeling so much and I had to get it out. So, and then as far as like recording and stuff like that, I mean, most of the time I just like start with, tracks, or I go to the piano and I just, see what comes to my head and play and, set up a track, put some drums on it. This is all based off how I'm feeling. It's all feeling, feeling.
And in the intro, you say that you was doing all this by yourself. So that means you did all the production by yourself. Did you mix and master it? You did all that by yourself too?
Yeah, I mixed it, and Jack, Jack Bobley, he mastered it for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I mixed it and sent it to him. He mastered it for me.
That's dope. That's really dope, man. Like, just how does that feel? Just doing this independently, or starting off independently, doing it on your own. Does it feel like you getting it out the mud in a way?
Yeah, in a way, it's like I feel like I'm really doing it on my own and like really putting my all into it. And especially because when you're doing everything on your own, it's like no there's no rules. You can do whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
How
I like that.
how free are you with your music? Because hearing it sounds like you're really just very expressive in your music. So do you try to be very free and not try to limit yourself with what you say or what you do inside your music?
Yeah, I'm very free. Especially when it comes to music, I just like I said, just do what I feel. Like if I feel like making a you know any type of song, like it doesn't genre doesn't really especially genre doesn't really like
Mm,
affect me or you know I don't go into one type of genre. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna make a hard rap song today. It's like I'm
mhm.
just going in and what I feel I'm gonna make. So
Just doing whatever. It's a
yeah.
free thing. And I see that you also work and collab with Cyrus a lot.
hmm
Shout out Cyrus. How did
Shout out
that how did
Cyrus.
how did that come along?
Well, I've been the album I'm working on right now. I've been working on it since like summer 2020.
Hmm.
So I was just looking for some bass players basically, and I
Hmm.
DM'd them and asked them if he could play some on this song I was working on.
Hmm.
So that's how we first connected. And, we just you know became friends, and now we do videos together like you've seen.
Hmm.
And now he's gonna be on the album like a lot.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so we're just good friends now.
That's dope.
So yeah, shout out
Um,
Cyrus.
yeah, shout out Cyrus, man. I want to backtrack though. I want to go back to the beginning, to where it all started. Where
hmm
where did this music thing start? I know your dad. Your
hmm
dad knows my dad. We'll speak about that later on in the podcast. But we how where did that start? Where did your music journey begin?
Um, so really, it's so like you said, my dad has been doing music, and I've been seeing him, do what he's doing
Mhm.
my whole life. So it's just I've just been looking up at him, trying to I guess mimic what he's doing, just not even knowing it.
Yeah.
And then going to Duke was also a really big part because like I was learning everything I wanted to do, and the influence was there too,
Hmm.
and like just going to school every day and being around the people I'm being around just makes me want to do what I'm doing more.
Yeah,
Um,
being surround those people, right? Being
yeah,
around those
yeah, yeah,
people. Hmm.
and just
Yeah.
like being in my household, I'm always surrounded by music. I've always been surrounded by music, even like if they're playing music or playing music.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, just always been surrounded by it. So
Mhm.
it was just in my blood.
I can just imagine that, like being in that household, that you can't run from it. At
Yeah,
that point, like there's no running from it at that point. So
yeah,
it has to happen, right? You just
yeah,
have to catch that music bug in a
hmm
sense.
yeah.
And like you producing, like did that also come from you just being around your pops, or did that come from somewhere else?
Um, well, yeah, partly my dad and just seeing like I used to be really into Metro Boomin.
Hmm.
So like I used to see Metro Boomin produce all the time. I would try to remake his beats and all that.
Hmm.
Um, that was back when I was using GarageBand on my phone.
Yeah.
That's how I really got started. Then I started using the computer. My dad, he didn't really like teach me. He just like gave me the password to the computer and just
Hmm.
let me, do what I had to do. So
Yeah.
I taught myself a lot of stuff when it comes to producing. It's just a lot of trial and error, just
Mhm.
trying whatever you can do, seeing what sounds good. And I've been doing
Yeah.
that for a while now, so it's like it's starting to come together finally. So
Yeah. I feel like with art, music especially, it has to be trial and error.
yeah,
Like your first project might not be the one that hit,
hmm
might not be the one that pop off, but your second one, that
hmm
one might be. The third one, that one might be. Like it's all about just seeing what works for you. And
yeah.
my next question for you is how well, I don't know if you have found what works for you, but the process of finding what works for you, right? How are you going about that?
Um, so I guess yeah, it's just a trial and error thing. Like I said, I've been trying to different recording process and different like presets and stuff on my voice,
Mm,
and now I finally have one that I use like all the time on everything. So I've just been like I have literally I'm looking at it right now. I have endless presets right here. I just been trying for years.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I finally, found what sticks and found what makes my voice sound the nicest. Um, and just,
Mhm.
listening to it like in the car, listen to it on the speakers in my headphones, just, really like going back and trying to perfect, how I
Mhm.
sound.
Do you now? This is a question, and it can go either way for you. But do you feel any type of pressure, right, with your dad being who your dad is, who he knows, and his how much weight his name holds, right?
Mm.
Do you feel any pressure on yourself to be as great or even better than him?
Um, I don't really feel pressured per
Hmm.
se. Like I don't really think as I mean, like obviously my dad is who he is, like,
Yeah.
but I don't really think about that when I, do my own
Mhm.
thing. It's like more of a I'm trying to pave the way for myself kind of
Yeah.
thing, and
Hmm.
I'm trying to, really take like a path and really be, you know, one
Hmm.
of the greatest in everything that I do. So
Yeah.
I'm not pressured at all. It's just, just another thing basically.
Yeah. It's just something that you just do.
Yeah.
And that's what all art should come off as, just something that you do. If you love it, it's just something that you just regularly normally do, right?
Hmm.
um Duke, right? How did you find out about that? How did you tell me the story on Duke? How did you come about?
So take back to middle school. I was
Mm-hmm.
going to Stewart House Middle School.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to them. I was in drama theater. I was on doing all the plays and stuff.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Oh, let me find out. Oh,
yeah.
that's
I was in the theater club and stuff. So yeah, I was doing that since like sixth grade. So
mm-hmm.
all my drama um, peers, they was always talking about Duke this and Duke that. I was like, what's Duke? What are you talking about? I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to go to the math. I wanted to play baseball.
Got you.
Yeah, so um, my family found out about Duke. They started doing research, just looking up everything.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom was actually about to sign me up for dance
Mm-hmm.
because I was dancing and stuff. So I was like, she called me like last minute. She's like, "I'm signing you up for dance, right?" I was like, "No, put me in vocal." I wanted to do vocal, so she put me in vocal last minute. I went to the audition. I was nervous. My legs were shaking. All that.
Yeah.
I got the call back. I went through all the the whole process to get in,
Mm-hmm.
and I got in, and then went to the school, and then
Yeah. The rest is history from there.
yeah.
How is that help you though? Like helped you gain your following, helped you being surrounded those people. How's that help you help with ooh, damn English? My nigga, fuck. How has that helped with your creative process, with you putting out projects and all that?
It's definitely helped because Duke is a very like social school. It's
Hmm.
very like family oriented at times. So like, you can say you doing music, and especially me because I was doing music even in
Hmm.
middle school. So it's like I was coming into Duke with music already. So it's like in ninth grade I was telling all my friends like, hey, check this SoundCloud song out, or
Hmm.
just really putting my stuff out there. I've been doing that since like ninth grade. So I mean, people just always knew that I was making music, so
Uh-huh.
it was just easy to put it out there,
Yeah.
especially the Duke community.
Because it's so like just so understanding and so accepting of
Hmm.
new art, good or bad. It's just
Yeah.
it's just really accepting, and they're willing to listen, and of course willing to give their honest opinion,
Hmm.
brutally honest opinion on
And
what
I
you
was seeing
put
even
out.
with your podcast, like it's been growing and growing so fast, just because like Duke is just a great community to start something
Yeah,
like this.
yeah, it really is. There's a lot of inspiration in that school.
Yeah.
Just being around those type of people, you're just bound to do something or create something or make something,
Hmm.
right? I want to venture off a little bit. I want to talk. I was looking on your Instagram, looked at some of your pictures. Look, got a little bit of drip. Where your style come from? Where you get your drip from?
Um, I don't even know, man. don't know. Like right now, I got on a sweater and some green like trouser pants,
Mm-hmm.
and they're flared at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And I got on some Doc Martens. I don't know. It's like I just like expressing myself through fashion. Like it's weird. Like I've always been into fashion without even knowing it. Like my
Mm-hmm.
mom used to, take me to Zara and H&M and all that, and get me to wear like little loafers and stuff. Like I don't know. I was just always into fashion. So like when it comes to putting outfits together in my mind and like executing them, it's just I don't know. I guess it's like a second nature type of thing. Especially now that I can actually like buy the clothes I want to wear. And,
Yeah, it's just something that happened.
yeah, pretty much. And like pop culture, like looking at YouTube and all that,
Mhm.
just really influential. Just certain people on YouTube and the internet, just
Yeah.
really
Do you know anybody like specifically that inspired you in at fashion, or it's just like it was me?
I mean, it was me, but like, let me see. Like right now, Smino.
Mm-hmm.
Smino style is really cool. Um, Even though me and him have like kind of different styles, it's like he's a influence on my fashion definitely.
Yeah.
And weirdly, Emma Chamberlain.
Yeah.
Emma
For real?
Chamberlain, I like the way she dresses. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's really cool when she dresses. Yeah, just
Mhm.
certain people I just look up to their style.
Everybody, man. That's real. That's crazy. You went from Smino to Emma Chamberlain. I never thought that's crazy. I
Yeah.
never thought you would say that. That's damn, that kind of threw me off. I kind of forgot my next question. I didn't expect Chamberlain. Um, I don't want to go to this. I don't want to go to that quite yet. I'm gonna save that. Um, so going back to the music, right?
Hmm.
Give me give me a favorite track from the EP. Give me a favorite track. What's your personal favorite track? What's the favorite track? What's your track that you was like, man, I can't wait to put this out?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the track I was most proud of
Hmm.
probably "Time Will Tell" because like it was a lot.
Hmm.
Not even because it never feels like a lot when I'm making music, but it was a lot. Like looking back, it was actually a lot like put into that track. Like the background vocals, if you listen,
Hmm.
I was doing like a lot of stuff, and like I don't know, I was just really proud of it because like the song structure, everything that went into it, I was really proud of it. And it's just a nice song that I like to
It
perform.
is.
Yeah.
Um, and also I forgot to tell you, locate, man, Jesus Christ! Like this was just a great project, and listening to it from just a from just a different ear, right? It doesn't sound like a student's project. It sounds like an artist who out of school, they're going through the industry,
Mm,
blah blah. Like that's what it sounds like, and it comes together sonically very well. And you definitely should be proud of that
thank
because
you.
it just sounds so damn good. If y'all haven't checked out the album, Hitori, check it out. It's on Apple Music. What else is it on? What else is it on?
Everything. Apple Music, YouTube, Spotify, Deezer,
That
Title, all that.
it's good. It's that damn good. It's
Thank you.
amazing. Um, are you timid, like as an artist, to put out music? I know a lot of people that be like,
Mm.
man, I got this, but nah. Are you one of them type of people?
Um, I don't know. Like, my dad, he be trying to tell me like, wait on it, sit on it, don't put it out so fast.
Hmm.
Like with Hitori, he didn't want me to put it out at first
Yeah.
because like I don't know, he wanted me to perfect it. And I mean, I see what he meant because listening back, I mean, I cringe at it sometimes. Like, oh, I
Yeah.
sound so young. I could have did this differently. But I mean, that's everybody
Yeah.
because you're your own worst critic. So,
Mm.
um, but nah, when it comes to putting out music, I like to put out music because I like to share.
Hmm.
What I've been doing. I'm so like passionate about it. I just like to share it. So,
Hmm.
yeah, I'm not timid at all.
Yeah. That's good. That's good, man. Damn, man. 2020. We done made it out.
Yeah,
It's crazy. How do you feel now that you're in 2021? How do you feel now that you're
I
kind of
feel like really I feel like rebranded almost. Not even rebranded because I'm still the same me. I've been the
Yeah.
same me, but it's like I just feel like I can do so much more. Like I
Mhm.
don't know. I feel like I'm gonna really like do some big things this year. And I know everybody says it every year. Oh, this is my year, but like I'm so serious. Like I feel like I'm gonna really do a lot of things that I want to do this year,
Mhm.
just because I feel so pushed to do it. So
It's that energy.
yeah,
Something about the energy that changed on January 1st.
yeah,
Yeah. Something about the it's everybody, right? Everybody's attitudes changed.
mm,
Everybody, everybody thought that COVID was going to be over, which is not. Um and I definitely want to know from you, how have you been going through quarantine and your creative process through quarantine, and how have you been inspired to keep going even though you've been in the house for however many months I lost
mm,
count.
yeah. Like at first, like when quarantine first started, I was excited kind of because I was like, oh, I'm gonna be in the house, just make music all day. Mm.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, like the first couple weeks, I was just like, dang, like you think you would be able to just make anything,
Hmm.
and I was having trouble like finding my creative pocket.
Hmm.
But then I don't know, I started going through some things. I mean that's really what it all is. I started feeling some things,
Yeah.
and I made like 7 songs in a row.
Hmm.
I'm feeling it like right currently. So
Yeah.
I think it was just a feeling thing. I just had to feel some things to get out of my slump.
How has does like the world itself inspire your music, like just being outside or just taking a walk around your block, like does that could make anything click, and not being able, I'm not going to say not being able to do that because you can take a walk, but like not being able to like go to school and catch something from there,
Yeah.
or like seeing somebody on the train and being like, man, oh man, that's a good thing I could talk about. Like,
Mm-hmm.
has that been like, oh fuck, like I can't think of nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely been like that.
Mhm.
I feel like even just going to Duke, like I said, is very inspiring. So like being in Duke just bred new ideas in my head, and like just naturally, just because we're in the school,
Mhm.
and like like you said, taking a walk or walking to the train station every morning, I
Mhm.
would interact with so many people, but I don't interact with a lot of people no more. So it's like, you know,
Yeah.
I'm not as up here. I'm not as you
Mhm.
know on edge as I used to be. But that's something you got to find in yourself, especially in these type of times.
Yeah.
Because yeah,
It's because it's rough. It's rough
yeah,
out here in these streets. Speaking of rough, and speaking of these streets, about time the audience knows what time it is. All right, sir, Drew,
mm,
you are a senior at Duke Ellington School of the Arts, correct or incorrect?
yes,
Correct.
correct.
All right. I'm gonna need your honest opinions on Duke Ellington School of the Arts. Now, I also go to Duke Ellington School of the Arts. I am now a who the hell? Oh, I'm now a sophomore, and and if you capping, I'm gonna call you out on it. So just tell the truth. Give me your honest opinions. What you really think. What you love. What you hate. What you're in between about. All
Hmm.
right, go ahead.
I mean, I never lied. Don't got no reason to lie. Never
Hmm.
cap in my life. Never do
Yeah,
that,
that's good.
especially now.
Yeah.
I mean, right now as a senior, it's like, and it's like the last 5 4 months. Like
Hmm.
I'm just ready to go. Only
Yeah.
just. I mean, I feel like everybody feels like that, but
Hmm.
only it's just because of like not like Duke is not a bad school at all.
No.
Duke is a great school. Like if you want to go and really perfect your craft and learn something
Hmm.
and be around people who like what you like as much as you do.
Yeah.
But as a school and as an organization and an institution,
Hmm.
I feel like everybody says that they try to keep the Duke image or whatever, and I feel like the Duke image needs to be changed
Hmm.
or altered just a bit because the image that they try to uphold really like put stress on the students at
Yeah.
times or most of the time. So
Hmm.
I don't know. I think something needs to be changed or somebody needs to have a click in their brain just to say, okay, I see what these students are going through.
Hmm.
We need to try to, you know, reform or, you know, do. change some stuff just to make it easier, not even easier on the students, just make it a little bit more enjoyable of a
Yeah.
school.
Hmm.
Because Duke would be so enjoyable if it didn't have its downsides,
Hmm.
So
And by change, you mean like a change in leadership, right?
leadership and curriculum,
Hmm.
especially curriculum. Because especially with me, I feel like, well, I'm speaking for the vocal department, not
Hmm.
you know, I don't
Yeah.
know about what goes on in other departments, but the vocal department, we need to incorporate not even just other genres, just incorporate other ideas and inspirations into the department
Hmm.
because, like they've said it point blank before, their goal is to perfect and breed a classical vocalist. Basically,
Hmm.
it's like it's not even realistic. Not everybody's gonna want to do that. Like no one, not everybody is gonna want to go to college for that. Like
Yeah.
me, I'm not going to college for that. I'm going to college for music production, which is what I do.
Yeah.
So like I feel like they need to, in the future just incorporate more things into the department.
Like for everybody, like sub, like
Mm-hmm.
okay, vocal. That's the like the main thing. But all right, we're gonna teach you a little bit like music production.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna throw that in there, right?
Yeah.
And we're gonna still do the classical for the people that want to do that. But we will maybe we're gonna do like more little R&B type. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's what you. I feel that. I really do. Um, Jory, my last episode of season one, he calls those the classics, the
Mm-hmm.
people who just so stuck in their ways and stuck in what Duke used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And my thought is that I don't think we transitioned from that old building to the new one very well. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
that transition happened well.
Yeah.
And it's obvious in the way the students walk, the way the students talk, how everybody that I've talked about the school feels about the school.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's just very prevalent in the energy that, and it's probably not going to be there like when we come back. Wait, hold on. Speaking of, are you going to go back? Are you going to go back into the building when they do that whole thing?
What thing? What you mean?
Oh, you ain't get the email.
Nah.
Oh, they planning to send us back in February.
Oh man, that's tough. I mean, that's so tough. I mean, to be honest, I just want to see people. Like I miss, just being around people.
Yeah.
Um, and virtual learning is kind of difficult, especially just well, for me because I don't have like a drive to, you know, do, just school things if I'm not like in the school building. That's just a me thing though.
Hmm.
But I mean, I would go back just to see everybody, be around people.
Just cause.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
do school, but
Yeah.
maybe like my last 3 months, so I'm just be around people as much as I can.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But what college are you thinking of?
Um. Well, right now I'm thinking about Full Sail because I've
Hmm.
been on the phone with them. I've been doing a lot of interviews with them, done some research, and it just seems like the best school for me and my style of learning.
Hmm.
Like down there they really have like a hands-on approach to learning.
Hmm.
Um, and I can be in there 2 years, do what I actually need to do, and get out. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna have my degree. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Everything just sounds so good. Um, so I'm thinking about Full Sail for sure.
And what's that?
It's in Winter Park, Florida, so close
Oh,
to
you
Orlando.
trying to get the hell up out of here. I don't blame you. It's hot down there. It's cold up here. It's about 30, 40 degrees right now. Look, I feel you.
Yeah.
Get get as far away from DC as you can. Hey, brother, I don't blame you for that one. But it is coming to the time, and I'm very interested in what you think and who you are inspired by because of your style and your style of music and and how good it sounds and how like futuristic it sounds because I can see your style and how inspirational you can be in the future. So I want to get your Dead or Alive. Now, for the new people who are just tuning into the podcast, Dead or Alive is a segment where I basically ask artists who would they like to work with that is dead or alive. You can pick one artist, you can pick 100 artists. Please don't pick 100 artists because I still gotta edit this video. But yeah. So do you dead or alive? Let's go.
Um, well, off the top, Yori. I don't know if you know who that is,
Mm-hmm.
but Yori, he was like a really big inspiration. Like going back, like middle school, I was listening to Yori.
Mm-hmm.
So Yori for sure. Um, I mean, I could be cliche, say Stevie. Everybody want to work with Stevie. Stevie
Yeah.
Wonder.
Yeah.
Jacob, Jacob Collier, real big
Mm-hmm.
inspiration of mine. Really want to work with him. Um, Black Pumas, I want to work with them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Ravina, I want to work with her.
Ooh,
Um,
that's interesting.
Kevin Parker from Tame Impala, I want to work with him.
Mm-hmm.
Um, who else? Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
Daniel Caesar, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Kali Uchis. Oh my God, bro. If I work with Kali Uchis, bro, I'ma cry. I swear to God.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, he is saying some very interesting names here. This is why I was so excited because I knew. Oh, I like the way you think. All right, go ahead.
Corey Henry.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Larnell Lewis. Um, oh, I'm on the snarky puppy side. Michael Lee. Um, who else? Oh, Tigran Hamasyan. Just a whole bunch of people, like a whole bunch of artists. I just want to work with everybody. I just want to do as much as I can.
Yeah, that's love though. That's crazy. I like that. I like your list. That's probably one of my favorite Dead or Alive lists. I like that, like because it's just so unorthodox. I like it. I like weird, different stuff. But this is the end of Act 2, Episode 2. Drew, I'll thank you again for coming on the podcast, for blessing us with your presence and with your knowledge and with your dopeness. Is there anything that you want to say or anything that you want to promote before we get off this podcast?
Um, I'm coming out with an album, 2 albums soon, very soon.
2 albums.
Yeah, 2. I have a collab album with Charlie Donnie. That's coming out soon. Yeah. We're working on that right now. And I'm gonna have my solo album coming out.
Okay.
Along with some music videos and just more photo shoots and everything. So I've been working really hard. So I'm just excited to put everything out. What else? I think that's pretty. Oh, and I'm getting a collective together, like a band. And we're gonna start recording stuff soon. We're doing like virtual shows and stuff like that. So shout out to everybody watching. Oh, Instagram, JRU 5_. I couldn't get just Drew, so I had to,
that's dope. I didn't know you were starting a band. You're starting a band, like actually, I don't know if you can say too much on the podcast. We'll talk off air. But yeah, man. Thank you for coming on. This has been another installment of the Arts Block Podcast. I'm your host, Eric Curry III. Dang, I forgot how to do outros. Damn, I ain't interviewed somebody in so long. I forgot how to do outros. I'm your host, Eric Curry III. This merch. By the time y'all are watching this, the giveaway for the merch has ended. And whoever the winner is, shout out to y'all because y'all won. I think I'm going to choose like 2-3 people. Y'all want some t-shirts. So, and these are going to be up really soon. Ayo, with me as the silhouette, Arts Block Podcast. This is my first design. We're gonna have more on the way. You can follow me at Eric Curry III. You can follow the podcast at the Arts Block Podcast. If you're listening on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you can be notified every time we post a podcast. If you listening on Apple Podcasts, give me a 5-star on the review. If you're listening anywhere else, shout out to you. Remember that artists never die. And I'm gonna see y'all next week, ladies and gentlemen.